So, how fast should you walk when you're practicing your walking? This question has within it all the seeds that will help you grow and learn how to embed your understanding and your refinements for the future. So, most people, as they learn new understandings of how walking works and how they can find support when they walk, they want to practice when they're out and about, when they're out in the city, on their way to work, on their way to the subway. And these are all great times to practice. But one of the first things you often notice is you tend to walk quite fast in your everyday life. And so the first point to take is that if you want to be able to refine what you do, even just a little bit, you have to find the pace of learning. Now, in general, for most people, that means you have to slow down a little bit. When you're out and about in the city, walking super slow may not work for you. And that's why it's important to be able to develop a practice that's private for yourself at home, where you can really take your time. Now, one of the things when you walk about going slowly, when you're going super slow, going slowly does change some of the dynamics that happen when you walk. And every person that walks is doing at least two things at the same time. One is that they're going forward. And the other thing that they're doing and they're working on is they're learning how to support their weight so that they're coming away from the ground as they walk rather than falling or collapsing down into it. So when you slow down and you go super slow, one of the things this does is it really forces you to confront that quality of upward support at each moment in the stride. For most of us, when we're walking out during the day, when we're walking at the pace of life, which is usually pretty fast, we use momentum to walk. And we pretty much just take care of going forward, and we don't think so much about the support component that has to go up and through the skeleton. So when you slow things down to practice, one of the things you really confront is this how to find the upward component. In general, what you want to look for are these moments when you feel your body weight sagging into your leg or sagging into your foot, or you feel your spine compressing into itself. And in those moments, you're going down. And what you would like to do at that moment is not just continue moving forward at any cost. That's kind of what you do in your everyday life. But in your practice, this is a window of opportunity where when you notice yourself compressing or falling or collapsing a little bit, you want to simply take a pause. And in that pause is the opportunity to find a different quality of support, to find your breath, and be able to lift yourself the tiniest bit so that you don't pass through that moment habitually, but you learn how to create something new, something better. Now, when you're out and about and you're moving at a little bit faster pace and you want to be able to refine or practice some of the things that you've learned at the super slow pace, the best thing to do is just simply back off your pace a little bit. Just slow things down. How much should you slow it down? Whatever the rate is, it has to be a little bit slower than you're used to, and it has to simply have the effect that it expands your ability to pay attention to what you're doing. That's the easiest piece of advice. Whether it's focusing on how the back leg pushes the ground behind you to send you forward, whether it's the sense of your chest moving a little bit to come over the new leg and how the back leg powers the chest forward and up, all these little details can be played with and refined and practiced even on your way to work in the morning, even on your way to the restroom or to the lunch when you go get lunch. It's all there. And part of the art is simply to learn how to catch yourself in these moments and turn them to your advantage. Now, very often people are stuck thinking that unless they can only learn when they go to class, or they can only learn when they're having a private session with the teacher or with the person they're working with. And the truth is, just like a musician who goes to their weekly piano lesson, one of the things you really want to learn from that teacher is how to practice by yourself. Because the truth is, you're really teaching yourself how to improve these things. And this attitude will help you use your time with the teacher more efficiently. That's what we're here for. I'm Andrew Gibbons for Inwood Movement. Thanks very much.